This topic of gym space has really been, tickling my pickle lately. Mainly because I'm already doing it. I've been doing it for so long. It's just that now I'm taking it like super serious. Yeah, no. Dieting is dieting is a hassle, I must say. Obviously depends on your goal. Whether you're fat or chubby, whatever it may be, obviously getting your diet in order is the most ideal thing to do. Although, although, if you're a skinny little boy or girl and you're trying to, really get into the whole, I don't know, man, just lock in when it comes to the food. Like, I could leave that there, 1 minute and let's get it. Yeah, ooh. Nah, bro. What I wanted to say was, something when it comes to food that is highly, important to keep in mind, and I'm not probably, like, this is probably not the first time you hear this. Protein fills you up the most, right? Carbs, yeah, they fill you up, but it's like more, it's that feeling that makes you feel like, ugh, like, no, can't do that no more. Ugh. I would say carbs, awesome. Being Italian, I mean, can't really mess out when it comes to carbs. We got carbs galore, which I love. You can't take that away from me ever. Maybe my body's different. Maybe I metabolize it different. I don't know. Probably not. I'm human too. Doesn't matter that I'm one or the other. Although I've never been naturally lean, to make you understand. So I'm really busting my ass these past few weeks to really eat more protein and eat less during the day. Although, but anyway, yeah, no, man, getting in shape it is a hassle, no matter what anyone tries to tell you. But it's less of a hassle when you do it right, if that makes sense. It's less of a pain in the ass when you do it to the T. I would say it's marginally more, it's marginally easier when everything flows a certain way and then everything comes to fruition after, I would say. Simply because, if you're following a plan, a detailed plan, right, that makes sense. You can't fail, like, this is foolproof. If it's, fuck, oh, holy stutter. Especially if it's tailored to you, If it's tailored to you, like, you can't lose. It's science. You have science in your hand, You look at it and you're like, oh yeah, but I mean, this cheeseburger though, like, the cheeseburger tastes good. That's fine. You can have that once a week, bro. Whatever. I would say don't do that though. Look, prime example, right? I'm the prime example. Last weekend, last week I was super locked in. Protein, carb, veggie, just, for the fiber, so that, everything comes out smoothly and nice. Protein, like every meal, protein, carb, fiber, and then within that there was, like, the healthy fats like olive oil and stuff like that. No seed oils. No. Don't like the goy slop seed oil propaganda. No. You get inflammation in your face. Not good. Sugars also, fuck that shit, Fuck that shit. A diet Coke every once in a while, I mean, not the best for you, but you gotta do what you gotta do, If you have a sugar craving, you might as well. But keep it to like one a month, maybe, night out with friends. Everyone's having alcohol. You're like, no, I'm on a diet actually. I want to look good for my future self. I'm not gonna indulge in that. Ooh, I'm not gonna indulge in that. You know why? Delayed gratification, bro. You're not tapped in like that. You're not tapped in into the delayed gratification, late dopamine. You want that cheap dopamine, don't you? Ooh, I love that alcohol. Ooh, I love that sugar. Ooh, pussy. The fuck? Just say you're a bitch, bro. Like, honestly, just admit it. Look at yourself in the mirror. Be like, yeah, I'm a bitch. I like that junk food. I like that. I like that goy slop. I love that shit. No, bro. Like, lock in. If you want to. Uh, if you want to look good, you gotta put in the effort. It's very simple. Like for everything in your life, right? You have to put in the effort. Same way I'm putting the effort to do this, right? Every day I'm over here talking to the fucking phone, you know? And so what? I do it for the love of the game. Do I expect something out of it? Maybe. Perhaps. Do I do it because it's like some task someone assigned to me? No! You do it because you love doing it, you know? Do it for the love of the game. Anyway, back to food. Back to food and diet, you know? When you want to lock in on food and diet, I mean, I would say number one tip. First of all, get your shit in order. Figure out your weight, height, whatever, all that shit. Figure out your daily macros and micronutrients. Something come like a whole different topic that we will get into some other time. Today we talk about macros and calories because simple thermodynamics, calories in, calories out, you're good. If you're lucky to be in a European city or a city where you have the chance to walk a lot, fucking take it, no matter what. Take every chance you get to have a walk. Simply because you're just burning calories for free, you know, like, very simply. I noticed, you know, being back in Dubai, I always put on weight. Why? Because I eat the same way I eat when I'm in Europe. And I don't do the basic cardio or the basic 10K steps more, you know? And that really it cuts a big hole in whatever, you know, makes a big dent in whatever progress you were making before you were doing those 10K steps, you know? So, I mean, look, if you're in a city where you're walking everywhere, take the chance, take every chance you have to walk. Simply because you'll just burn calories for free. I mean, plus a nice walk is nice, you know, you get to look around, explore new things, take a different route every once in a while, you know, nothing bad about that. A little leisure walk is nothing bad too, like, but I mean, I don't know, me personally, I don't really enjoy leisure walks as much as other people. I don't know, I always need a destination. I need a goal in mind. Can't just go willy-nilly. That's just me though. I need to learn to enjoy, you know, the journey, wherever the journey might take me. But, you know, back to food. It's really not hard to diet, you know? I mean, if you're trying to cut weight, how I've been doing past few months, past month, basically, I've started in what? End of June, basically, yeah. Sorry, end of June. I've just been eating 2 meals a day, you know. It's not that big of a science, you know, you just 2 meals a day, mainly protein, some carbs, some fiber of choice, you know, vegetables, whole foods. Whole foods. Do not kid yourself and be like, oh yeah, but processed foods are, you know, they're great for you. Why? Because they made them for you. They made for your consumption. No. My fellow Americans, we will feed you goy slop. No. That is what they're feeding you. They're feeding you bullshit, really, in a can. and trying to, label it as, oh yeah, dude, this is great, this is awesome for you, this is, and then your gut microbiome's just in the toilet, and whatever whatever you attempt to digest just comes out the way it is, unprocessed, completely horrible. Your immune system's in the toilet too. Everyone's having a big party in the toilet in terms of your health. But back to food, right? Because I seem to be jumping from one to the other. Let's stick to food for today, okay? Food-wise, I mean, again, not that big of a science. You just gotta focus, man. Ain't much to it, I mean, me personally, I haven't weighed my food in fucking ages, simply because, I mean, I've been doing this. I've been doing this since I was 16. I'm 21. Whole 5 years of just, trying to get this diet thing in order. It has been a journey, but I mean, for the first 3 years, I mean, I was weighing everything and putting it into my fitness pal and everything. But I mean, at the time I was also living with my parents. I had that freedom of, go out, eat a bit, enjoy. Nothing wrong with enjoying every once in a while, just not when you're on your program or when you have a goal in mind. Weigh your stuff, figure out like the parameters, of how much of this can I really eat? How much really? 200 grams of pasta have a lot of calories. Like, I didn't know this until I actually weighed the pasta and looked it up on my fitness pal, and it was like, whoa, what is going on here? What is going on here? 200 grams of pasta is mainly obviously it's mainly carbs, it's grain, but it has a bunch of protein, just obviously not enough for you to, for it to come to some kind of benefit if you were just to eat the pasta by itself. No, I mean, come on. Let's not kid ourselves, okay? All it takes really is whole foods, clean, not excessive condiments, switch things out for low calorie options. If you have full fat Greek yogurt, switch to light Greek yogurt where it has less fats, something like that. More protein, better. The more protein you eat, the more you'll feel full, the less clouded your head will feel because you're cutting out carbs. A friend of mine recently did carnivore for a week. He said he had a super brain, I mean, shout out to bro, you know who you are. But I can completely understand why that is, I mean, in my early, I wouldn't say career, but my early journey, I would say I was eating a lot of pasta with obviously a substantial amount of protein. It's just maybe I was overdoing the carbs, and every time after a meal, yeah, fine, I felt the glycogen, replenishing my glycogen. Yeah, sure, man, whatever. I have, veiny arms after I eat the big bowl of pasta. It's just after you can't do much for another 3 hours because your body's having such a tough time digesting all of that, processing whatever you just ate. And it's like, oh my God, yeah, no, I need to sleep after this. And even if you do sleep after this, you will have the most horrendous sleep because your body is just using up all that energy to digest whatever you just consumed. And it's not actually putting it into recovery, which is crazy. You think like, oh yeah, man, I'm resting. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, I'm resting. No. Your body's not doing shit but digesting whatever you consumed. Which is funny, I mean, body works in a wonderful way. And you also have to learn how your body works. This is one of the things that, people tend to overlook. Having meals late at night, I would say also does a big difference. So if you were to have it a little earlier in the day, you give yourself, I don't know, 2-3 hours to digest whatever you just consumed for dinner before you go to sleep. Because I mean, after you consumed and you know, let's say, right, hypothetical. And this was my life for a while, and it sucked because every morning I woke up feeling horrible and not feeling rested, and you know, I was like, oh, I wonder why. I ate late, right? I went to sleep later, but still not late enough. Like maybe between finishing my meal and going to sleep, that was like an hour and a half. And that was not enough at all. And it was just horrible because the morning after I woke up, I felt so groggy. I didn't feel rested at all whatsoever. And then my girlfriend comes out and she's like, what's up with you? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. And she's like, have you ever considered maybe stop, you know, eating so much at night, like right before you sleep? I was like, what's that got to do with anything? And then she's like, you do know that your digestion takes out so much. You know, God bless her. I didn't know that before because I was an idiot. Never did my research. But now I know because it makes so much sense. Your body's having such a tough time digesting whatever whatever you consumed, that it takes away from recovery. And that makes so much sense. It was like enlightenment for me. Another thing, eat your fiber, man. Eat your veggies. Whatever anyone tells you, oh yeah, veggies are useless. Veggies are just useless. What? Yeah, a picture of Joe Biden where he's like, what? No. What are you talking about? Veggies are great, first of all, because they have micronutrients. Another thing we'll get to some other day. But they just have so much, you know, benefit. I mean, they're filling. They're great for you. They have a lot of water most of the time, which is good because, I mean, if you're here, I'm guessing you don't drink enough water a day. Fucking 1 bottle of water, what are you? Teenage girl? No. Teenage boy? Yeah, sure. But even if you're not drinking enough water, hydration break, you know, let's do that. Yeah. Back to it. People overlook like veggies. They're like, oh no, but what do I need it for? It helps everything run smoothly, you know? I mean, why wouldn't you want nice fibrous, you know, food that helps you digest? It's literally like the... Okay, let's say you have a sawmill. No. Let's say you have a mill. I don't know what metaphor to use for this. Okay. Let's not use a metaphor. Let's just do this. Okay. You've got all this food, all this super dense, dense caloric food that's going through you, right? Awesome. Amazing. Your body's gonna have such a tough time breaking all that shit down, man. Oh my God. Help it out, please. Eat some food. Eat some veggies that literally just aid it to process all of that. Something lighter, something a bit more, you know, calm, for it to be able to draw out all the nutrients and not just have you, you know, on the toilet for half an hour, you know, crying your eyes out. Really? Come on. It feels like it's common sense. Many people tend to overlook that, but whatever. That's why I'm here, you know, trying to educate you. You gotta, diet-wise, man, you just gotta focus on whole foods, clean. And by clean, I don't mean, you know, dead, like chicken rice, beef rice. No, yeah, sure, beef rice, but you can spice it up a bit, you know. I mean, you can add seasonings. Seasonings are not the devil, dude. Obviously, mayo, for example, switch it out for Greek yogurt, man. I mean, it's a sauce. You can make tzatziki. I mean, you just add a bit of garlic, add a bit of olive oil. Boom, you have tzatziki, bro. Like, relax. You don't need mayo. Ketchup, so much sugar in that shit. Really, you want sugar? What are you, a goy? No. Good. Don't be. Just many things that just are super common sense. People tend to overlook. And they're just like, yeah, man, protein, carbs, yeah, protein, carbs. Sure, if you're a peasant farmer in the, medieval ages, that's all you have. But you probably, you're sitting at home, round, or super skinny, whichever it may be. For this metaphor, you're round. And you're just there, just looking at the screen. I'm sure your fridge is like stocked with stuff. And if it isn't, go out, buy some vegetables, buy some whole foods, please. Because you're just doing yourself a favor and your future self a favor, especially if you're gonna take this gym stuff seriously. Because if you're not, I mean, you're just wasting your time. You are wasting your time completely if you are not taking in your diet. That's it. It's very simple. Nothing crazy about it. You just gotta focus on diet, your training, daily cardio, and you'll get to wherever you want to get. That's it. Nothing else to it. Just focus, really. I mean, there's been a bunch of studies done on, how much protein you're really meant to eat a day, but 1 gram per pound of body weight is like the standard. A bit less, a bit more, whatever. You'll be fine. Obviously not drastically less, but 0.7 grams per pound of body weight should be fine too. That's like the lower limit. If we're talking mean median mode and then you have the box and whisker plot, 0.7 would be like at the far end, and then after that it's like, okay, dude, are you really serious about making gains or what? Come on now. Yeah. Number one thing I'd say is main gain, because bulking and cutting, as I said before, in my opinion, big waste of time and effort, and just makes everything way slower. Because if you're bulking, you'll put on size fast, but how much of that size is just purely gains? No, most of it's fluff. And then you'll have to waste your time cutting out all the fluff. And not only time, fucking mental brain power. You know how straining it is to cut? I did it for a while. To be fair, I had my final exams that time. I wasn't eating shit, dude. I went from I dropped 10 kilos in like a month, which was crazy. But I wasn't eating nearly as much as I was. All of it was mainly water, probably, but a lot of it was fat because I came out fucking looking awesome, And there's nothing wrong with that. Just do it in a way because, high cortisol maxing, not good at all. Anyway, God bless you, man. You got this. Just focus, lock in.